Okay. I want to talk about a pattern that I have been seeing now with some of my coaching clients. They come in and they are saying a lot of the same things. Okay. They come in saying they feel stuck, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to make the first move. They have so many different ideas and so many different dreams and so many visions, and they just don't know where to start. They don't know which direction to choose, and everything is kind of just like jumbled up in their brain, and they're like, I literally I don't know what to do and I need help. So they come to me and I'm like, okay, so like tell me, like, what is it that you want to do? Like, how can I help? And they proceed to list off every single step that it takes to accomplish all the dreams that they have. And I'm like, okay, so like what do you need me for? Because clearly you know everything that you want to do. And in fact, I'm sure you can tell me like all the research and the planning and the lists that you have made that will help you move in some sort of direction toward any of these goals. So like what's really going on here? Like what do you really need me for? And then she'll be like, "Okay, you're right. I do know exactly what I need to do, but like for some reason I just don't do it. I know what I need to do, but I come home from working a long shift and I just want to doom scroll on my phone. I come home from working and I sit in my car in the driveway for 30 minutes and don't get out because I need to decompress. And then I just never get to what I have to do. So I know what I have to do, but for some reason I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the thing. I'm like, okay. So the problem is not that you don't know what to do. The problem is not that you need help researching how to do it. And the problem, contrary to your belief, it's not that you're lazy either. You know, a lot of times they'll be like, I'm doom scrolling. I'm spending so much time on my phone. I'm wasting so much time. I could be doing this and I know I need to be doing this and it doesn't feel good to be scrolling, but I just keep doing it. And I'm just like so lazy and I feel like I'm so complacent in my life. The problem is not that you're lazy either. The problem is not that you lack motivation, you lack drive. You have done hard things before. You've accomplished things in your life before. You have achieved goals before. You know how to achieve a goal. You know how to put in hard work. You know how to job hunt. You know how to do hard things. You've done them before. So the problem is not that you're lazy or you're complacent or that you don't have motivation or drive. That's not it either. The problem is you have so much mental clutter in your brain and you need clarity. That's what you need. Hi, I'm Amber, and on this channel, I encourage you to redesign your life so you can live in your truest authenticity. And sometimes redesigning your life, the first step to doing so is having clarity. You can't redesign your life with so much mental clutter in your brain because you're holding like 15 different futures at the same time, and that's draining. That is exhausting. You can't hold on to so many possibilities in so many ways that your life could go all at once and expect to have the drive to do any of these things, to accomplish any of these things. You need clarity. You need to sort through these thoughts and to have a clear path forward. So the first step to redesigning your life is to have the clarity. don't need to make any more pros and cons lists. You don't need to plan more. You don't need more information, more data. You don't need more opinions. You don't need to ask your friends or your family or your coworkers. You don't need to get on Reddit and ask random people who have no idea who you are. You don't need more information in your brain. You need less. You need to clear your brain. You need to drain yourself of everything that is cluttering you and not helping you create a path forward. More information is not how you make a decision. And I know, like, it probably feels really good to keep planning and keep researching because it makes you feel like you're being diligent and it makes you feel like you are working towards something because you are getting more information. You don't want to move forward without information. You don't want to move forward um being ignorant about the situation. So, yeah, like you read more, you watch a ton of YouTube videos, you ask for opinions because you think that that's helping you to move forward. But really, it's just stalling you. It's stalling you from acting and from taking a step. You have a million futures in your brain, and you're so drained and you're so exhausted that you just want to scroll on your phone. You just want to scroll on your phone because it's easier to avoid dealing with that exhaustion by planning, by scrolling, by stalling, by sitting in your car. It's easier to do that and avoid, oh my God, I have 15 dreams and I need to get started. Like that feels like anxiety, that feels like pressure. So much so that it's easier to just act like it's not there. Even though it's playing on repeat in the back of your mind, causing you more stress, right? So now we're procrastinating it and it just weighs heavily and heavier and heavier and heavier on us. The problem with the ambitious person, because I assume you are ambitious because if you're watching this video, you probably do have goals and dreams that you want to accomplish, and you probably have done hard things before. Like, I know this is not your first time doing something difficult and trying to accomplish something. You've done it before, and you can do it again. It's not out of lack of motivation. It's not out of complacency that you have not done it yet. The problem is that when you're so ambitious, it's so exhausting. It's exhausting to be ambitious. So instead of caring so much, it's easier to protect ourselves from making a decision by just like overthinking. It's easier to just keep overthinking and overthinking and making a pros and cons list because you're trying to protect yourself from doing something wrong. You're trying to protect yourself from making the wrong decision. It's exhausting to carry so many ideas, but it's also scary to say I'm going to move in a direction, and that means I have to say no to something else, right? I am saying yes to this thing. I'm saying yes to moving in this direction, even though I have so many other dreams. Does that mean I'm saying no to all my other dreams because I'm choosing this one right now? No. It's okay to choose one direction. It doesn't mean that you're saying no to all your other desires and dreams. It just is the path forward into doing something. So the solution is not about trying to get more information and trying to make more lists and get more opinions. The solution is deciding what gets to matter right now. And it doesn't mean you are saying no to your other dreams. It doesn't mean that the other ones go on the back burner and they never get to come to fruition. Doesn't mean they don't also get to become a reality. It doesn't mean you're choosing only one. You don't have to choose only one. You can have many dreams. But the solution to moving forward in any direction with any dream is deciding what gets to matter right now and then being okay with putting the others on hold until you clear up some mental space to be able to attribute to those other dreams. Give yourself permission to move in one direction, knowing that the other ones will wait, but the other ones are not on full stop. Give yourself permission to release your hold on other dreams and other goals and choose one, because you're not going to get clarity by continuing to put more on your plate. You get clarity by narrowing down your options. And it doesn't mean saying no to other things. It just means allowing yourself to let them wait. Trust that you will circle back to those things. If you really want them, you will. It's okay. Trust yourself to move in a direction. So you're not lazy just because you are scrolling and spending too much time on social media. You're not lazy. It's just that it's very self-soothing to spend time watching reality TV rather than figuring out how to process this huge load of information, especially like, okay, I just worked a 9 to 5 and now I'm supposed to like figure out how to put a resume together to pivot jobs. Like, that is a lot to do after your 9 to 5. And your brain doesn't want to do it. Your brain wants to rest. Your brain wants to, even protect yourself from possible rejection that you might get when you're applying to these jobs, whatever the case may be. You're overthinking, you're getting more information. It's not because you don't know how to put a resume together. You know how to do that. You've done that before. You've gotten jobs before. It's just that your brain is trying to keep you safe and comfortable. Okay? So you're not complacent in your life. You're just carrying too much, and you need clarity and you need narrowing. I literally had a client come to me and use the phrase jambalaya thoughts. She said she felt like she had jambalaya thoughts, just like a whole bunch of thoughts in her head at all times that she was carrying with her every single day. Because she had so many dreams and hobbies and so much on her to-do list and so much like for career aspirations and so much like for relationship goals and so much for her like hobby goals. And she wanted to accomplish all of them at once because she's an ambitious person. And she likes to get things done and she likes to accomplish things and improve. So she just has, like she said, jambalaya thoughts, and she came to me saying that she was stuck, but really she just needed to dump. She needed a mental dump, and that is what I do with coaching. That is exactly what coaching is for. I just let her just talk, just dump, just lay it all on me. I'm processing through, I'm sorting through, like, okay, so this idea goes with this idea, and this dream goes with this action, and that's my job. My job is to do the mental brain work of sorting and processing and organizing. That's my job. That is exactly what coaching is for, helping to support you to do the mental work. I will say sometimes it can be very tempting for the client to ask me, okay, so what do you think I should do? And I recognize that it's about, okay, like I don't even feel I have the capacity to make a decision right now. Help me make a decision. And I'm like, that's not my job. My job is not to make a decision. My job is to sort, process, organize, help you woo-sa, help you have clarity. All right. And then I put the work back onto you to trust yourself enough to make a decision in some way, to narrow and to move forward in a direction. Coaching is not about me giving you an answer. Coaching is about helping you to see through all the chaos and calm all the noise in your head and help you realize that you really have the answer. You really know the answer and you have it all along. It's just my job to help you see that you have it and then help you have the confidence to take step forward. So if you want to do that work together, I have two different programs. The first program is the Get Unstuck program. It is a 90-minute intensive program where you come to me with your jambalaya thoughts and your mental load and all the clutter in your brain. You come to me with all of that, lay it all on the table, and we sort through it together. We organize, we process it, and we come to a solution. We decide what gets to matter now, and then start making steps in the direction toward a goal. Okay? We do the mental work together, and I help you realize that you really have the answer within you. You just need a little bit of support sometimes, and I can be there to help you with that. So that is my 90-minute Get Unstuck program. I also have a 12-week Redesign Your Life program. It's a more in-depth process. It's 12 weeks of one-on-one coaching weekly with me. And in this program, we do the deeper work of really getting to know yourself and connecting with your true desires to get your life on track toward what you really want. Maybe you have been caught under societal pressure or family pressure and you have made decisions people pleasing and doing for others, and now your life looks like something you don't really recognize. But in this program, I help you connect back with yourself and redesign your life so it looks more like yours. So if you want to make the investment to do the deeper inner work involved in that process, again, that's my Redesign Your Life 12-week coaching program, 12 sessions weekly. If you want to do that, you can click the link in my bio to book a complimentary, completely free clarity call with me, and we can see if it's a good fit to do the 12-week program together, okay? So, link in my bio for either the Get Unstuck or the Redesign Your Life. And I can't wait to support you on your journey. And remember, the only thing separating you from the life that you want is audacity. And if you want the confidence to embrace yours, then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.